Would you look at that? We got checkers here today. This is a beginner map on BTD5 Mobile. It just came out just a few days ago, and I've heard some people wanting to see me play it, so here you go. Like I said, I'm gonna play an Impoppable, and that means it's... I mean, on Impoppable it should be somewhat difficult, but it really wasn't. It was actually a really, really easy map. I'm going to talk about quite a few things today, you know, more random things, not exactly all about how I beat the mission, more about randomness that you guys should enjoy along the way. And I'll also explain just a little bit about how to obviously be good. Obviously, farming is going to be pretty darn key, and just using some good early game towers like the Spike Factory and the Engineer, and just let yourself farm, and then by the time you get to, you know, mid-level, you get some popping power like a cannon, and then you're going to be pretty much golden. And then after that you can really build whatever the heck you want, and you're going to be just fine. So first thing I wanted to mention is the fact that I have a new outro. I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know if you will. Let me know what your opinions are in the comments down there. I would definitely appreciate that. I've actually got... What I did was I made the outro all the same 5 times, but I changed the music on it. So I hope you guys will like that. I don't really know if you guys are going to enjoy that, but I feel like it'll add some difference to it. Instead of the exact same outro every single time and the exact same music, it'll maybe make it a little bit more fun. Obviously not every time you guys want to watch the outro, but hopefully what you should do is get random videos if you're ever interested in just watching an extra random video, or if you're just kind of new to the channel, maybe you want to watch some of the older things, because of course watching new stuff is exciting, but watch some of the older stuff and seeing, you know, changes throughout time can definitely be fun as well. That's kind of it for the outro, I guess. Like I said, just let me know what you think about it. I definitely am interested. If you guys really don't like it, I can go back to the old one or work on it, or if you think, you know, something better I should do, obviously let me know, and I'd like to work on that. I like to make things good. I really do. And sometimes I don't know what the best thing is. Sometimes I have a personal opinion on how I like things, and usually that turns out to be what most people like, but of course, I'm not perfect, and sometimes I can be wrong. Anyways, we're farming quite heavily right now. Oh my goodness, we got 3 of these farms here. I decided to get a monkey village here as well. I'm trying to fit more farms around here, but it just does not fit inside the range of those checker guys, so a little bit problematic there. But it's okay. We still got 3 second-tier farms, so we're going to go up to 3rd tiers pretty darn quickly. Based on just towers, I have, like, nothing. I mean, I have a Spike Factory, a Glue Gunner, and an Engineer, and we're popping everything up beyond level 33. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, farming is just crazy today. Crazy, man. But it's alright. It's alright. We're having a good time today, for sure. Next thing I want to talk about is, well, checkers. Or chess. Are you guys good at checkers or chess? I mean, I think most people should learn how to play chess in their lifetime. It's not one of those things where you actually have to be good, but you should at least know how to do it. I feel like at low levels, when people just kind of play chess, they aren't very good at it and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, it doesn't mean that somebody's smarter than you if they beat you in chess. That's like, I think that's a common misconception. It's like, you're really, really smart if you're good at chess. No, it's just like anything else. If you practice at it, you get better, but you have to know the way to practice. If you practice the wrong way, you're obviously not going to do a good job at it. I think that goes for pretty much anything. If you're playing basketball and you're shooting completely wrong, you know, you have your hands on the side of a basketball instead of, you know, the way you're normally supposed to shoot it, like one hand on the side, one hand on the bottom, you're probably not going to learn how to shoot very well, and it's going to be really, really hard to get better. Just like that, chess is a game where you have to learn the right way to play, and the right way to play is honestly learning a lot of these crazy moves and combinations of moves that work together, and outthinking your opponent at the same time, you know, thinking 20 moves ahead, 10 moves ahead, 5 moves ahead, whatever skill set you are at. But I'm not very good at chess. I haven't played in a very long time. I feel like most people just don't play anymore because it's kind of just a simple game that just isn't that fun. It's a thinking man's game, and that's what I usually like to play. I like to play strategy games, but usually I think StarCraft is probably a little bit more fun than chess, which is more exciting if you ask me. But that's my 2 cents on chess. But checkers is just so much more simple, but I feel like it's more of like a, if you beat the person, you're definitely better at checkers. Like, you can be better at checkers than somebody at just a low skill level of, like, 10 years old kids can, like, be better at checkers than somebody else. Whereas chess, like, I feel like if you're 10 years old, everybody just, like, gets lucky, you know? It's just not, like, how good you are. It's kind of, like, how lucky do you get? Because I know I had this one kid that was really, really, not stupid, but he definitely wasn't super duper smart, and, yeah, he beat me in chess. And I felt really bad about it, because I was like, oh, dude, I'm stupid. This stupid kid just beat me at chess. And then I realized, no, you don't really need to be smart. So that's the reason. That's my reasoning behind all this stuff. I know it's kind of weird, but it's the way I think. It's the way I think, guys. So I still do not have very many towers. I'm starting to get my monkey village up. I got an Arctic wind over there, so that's pretty darn solid. And then for all of my Moab pop power right now, all I have is a 4-2 balloon chipper, and he's awesome. He really is. He's fan-freaking-tastic, man. He's popping the Moab. As long as he pops the Moab layer, Arctic wind's gonna do everything else. It's pretty much the way it works, my friends. Also, Impoppable, round 54, I have 3 4-2 farms. What the heck, man? You can tell this level's just easy. It's extremely long. It's extremely roundaboutish, I suppose, where all of your towers can get very, like, a ton of spots to attack, like a lot of spots to attack. I think, you know, up to 4 or 5 times where you can actually attack these things, and just the range is just superior for any normal tower, you know, engineer. Check this guy out. He has like a crazy range. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. So actually, because this is a post-commentary, right now I just thought of something. I just thought of how I never actually beat that one other level on BTD5 Mobile. I should really get on that. I don't even remember what it's called. I've only played it like once and I lost and I just gave up. So, I'm not usually a giver-upperer, but I didn't have enough time to finish, so I was just like, I don't want to do it now, and then I just kind of forgot to go back and do it. So you're noticing something a bit weird about my gameplay today. What am I using? Glaive Lords! Why am I using Glaive Lords? Because they're fun. I mean, I like fun, and I think Glaive Lords are fun. They're like one of my favorite towers to use, not because they're good, but because they're fun. I don't know, I really like the way that they can be positioned in these maps, and they're stylish, man. They're definitely stylish. They are very, very, very good versus Bloons. A couple of these Glaive Lords can destroy Bloons. But Moabs is a little bit different story. Yeah, they're okay versus the Moabs. But if you ever go late game, like round 100 plus or anything, it's not going to do any damage anymore. The Glaive Lords turn out to be absolutely worthless, which is a little bit stupid, to be honest. I feel like the Glaive Lords should be better than what they are versus BFBs and Moabs. But you can't win them all. You can't win them all for sure. So you're also noticing that I'm going with a lot of these guys. I'm going with them in a certain pattern. Why am I going with a certain pattern for the Glaive Lords? Well, actually, if you notice the Glaive Lords versus the Bloons, they're actually going opposite of each other. So the Glaives are spinning clockwise, the Bloons are going counterclockwise against the grain of the Glaive Lords. So we get a lot extra pops out of that. Yay! That's the way I like to go. That's the way I like to do it. I like to go against the grain. I also used a lot of 3rd-tier monkey villages and just sold my farms because I didn't feel like picking up all those nanners the rest of the entire game. I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to do it. So I just said, screw it. I don't care about the monies. All I really want to do is beat level 85, and I'm golden. If I was planning on going a lot later, you know, around 100 and something, or rather, to get a new record or something, I don't know. I would have kept those farms. Probably got more, actually, in the early game, because I could have easily afforded them without going billions for Glaive Lords and stuff. Or just buy a lot of Bloon Chippers. Bloon Chippers are solid. I think that's one of the best ways to go about beating a lot of these levels into late game, is to honestly spam the crap out of Bloon Chippers with a couple temples. And you can do fan-frickin-tastic. Even if you don't want to use, like, a bunch of temples, because they do take up a lot of space, spamming Bloon Chippers with a couple other random towers to pop the Bloons, like a 0-3 Monkey Village and an Arctic Wind, as long as you put that right at the very end of the map. No Bloons will ever get through as long as you pop the Moab layers. So realistically, you need to get the stuff that's the best versus all those Moabs and stuff. But again, it's just a little bit weird, because if you do get a lot of Bloon Chippers, they're not quite as amazing versus billions of Moabs. They're way better for stalling Oh My Gods and BFBs and strong Bloons. So keep that in mind if you're ever going to do, you know, late game action. You need a couple temples, or at least a few temples for the lower level Moab Bloons. You know, regular Moabs and possibly BFBs as well. But our Glaive Lords are finally finished. Yay! Awesome! Finally done here. I'm actually getting quick monies here, surprisingly enough. I have 3rd-tier monkey villages on the left side, so that means I'm getting 1.5 times the money. And that's nice. I mean, it's all adding up. But we do have 5 Oh My Gods coming out on level 85, so you have to be a little bit careful versus those guys. They can be a little bit scary. Overall, let me know how you guys think I did on this map and how my commentary was. Of course, I love when people talk to me about these things. I love to hear how you think I did. 5 little Oh My Gods getting ready to get taken down. Get out of my way, son. You can't take me down. And that's going to be all I'm going to have for you guys today. So, as always, I love you so much. Thanks for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.